acknowledge the platform that we have invited to deliver the message of support. And we are saying we'll make our maximum participation and contribution to have our stories in the province recorded in the association. With that, we thank you.
Thank you very much. According to my record, there's only one province that has not spoken, and that is Gauteng. And I was given the name of Mr. Mkonza. Can I just check if you are here? Mr. Mkonza? Oh yeah, he's here. All right. So I would like to invite you to the podium. And then after that, I will then invite our political principals, but let's have Gauteng's input first.
Ngiyabonga ngiyabingelela ngoba sekushiwo ukuthi igama ngoNjabulani kaMkhonza. It is a great honor to stand before you representing ubaba uDr. Mloyi. Akaphumelelanga ukuza kule ndawo ngenxa ukuthi ushonelwe umama. So I had to stand in. Ngiza ngingapreparanga lutho kodwa ngizokhuluma lokho ekusenhlizweni kimina. When it comes to your oral history. Okay, thanks. Si Gauteng siyabonga nethimba lonke. Kwikhulu zonke ngaphambili. Uma besho bathi all protocol observed. Ngizosho njalo nami because of mathi ngizonibiza nonke ngamagama ngizonibiza nonke kukhona ngizobashiya ngasemuva basibone bangabalulekile kanti sonke sila sibalulekile. Indlu yonke abakhona kunye nabantwana siyabonga kunye namakhosi. Engithanda ukuphakamisa ukusupporta ilokhunjana i-oral history ku nyaka wa 22 ikhona ukuthi history esinayo uma besho izikhuluma ezidlulile ngaphambili ukuthi uma ibhekisiswa ukuthi thina abantu abantsundu history distorted. So uma mhlambe sikhona ukuthi kuma academics la esinawo uma mhlambe soloko sinikezana nge-oral history kube indlela ukuthi basiqokelele naphansi ukuze history yethu ingapheleli nje kuphela ngoba sikhumbula uma sisuka kudala kogogo bebaxoxa intsumi basixoxela inganekwane ngezinto ezenzakala ukuthi kwakwenzakala lokhu nalokhu kodwa kunye akuveli bese kuyacaca kuvela kuhamba kuphelele emoyeni kodwa uma ngabe mhlambe zonke lento lezi zingaqokwa phansi ukuze singazikhohlwa sikhumbula enye into enkulu indaba yama memory boxes wama family uma mhlambe singama family zikhona izinto kusukela ku like kuma family trees siyayisikhohlwe imvelaphi zethu ukuthi mhlambe kunye nelokhujana nezithakazelo ukuthi kuze kube khona izithakazelo zize kanjani ngoba kusuka ku family tree ukuthi kwakhona uzibanibani wazala uzibanibani uzibanibani wazala uzibanibani ngisho noma sokuthakazelwa kuba ngaleyo ndlela leyo kodwa uma ngabe mhlambe lo history singayifaka even nasebantwaneni bethu ngoba kumanje kwizinto ezenzakalayo kuthina history yethu kwesisikhathi sizifumana sinamahloni ngayo ikakhulukazi masiya kwindaba yelokhunjana ye-religion. Uma khulunywa ngeyethi religion sinezinto ethi manxa zenzakala zibizwa ngobuthakathi kodwa mangabe mhlambe zenzakala ngale ebalini elimhlophe kuthiwa wo magic umaziza ngakithi ama black magic ubuthakathi ngoba sinabantu esazi ukuthi baningi abantu abaphilile ebelashwa isizwe siyinyaka yabantu abantsundu noma mhlambe kukhona izifo ekuthiwa zinyazilapheki kodwa yezithi inyanga ziyakhona ukuzilapha kodwa ngenxa ukuthi banganikezwa lelo thuba lelo ngoba isinto esizenzayo thina abantu abantsundu sizibeka ebumnyameni kakhulu uma kusukela mhlambe nasendabeni yenkolo Christianity ngiyacabanga ukuthi sinama segments amaningi ahlukahlukene kukhona inkonzo yakashembe kukhona inkonzo yakaZCC kukhona amapostola kukhona amazayoni kodwa singama Christianity sonke bese kuba khona nezinye inkonzo iIslamic nezinye izinkonzo kodwa uma kubhekisiswa kwenye inkonzo kakhulu kuma Christian abantu abantsundu umlando wakhona awulandelelwa ngendlela eningi kodwa siwazi ngaleyo ndlela leyo ukuthi kuze kube khona iZayoni yasungulwa ubani kwenzakalani ngoba siyakhumbula ukuthi iZayoni ikakhulukazi kwakuyinkonzo yabaprofeti ipostola inkonzo egcwele abaprofeti kodwa kude obani abasungula siyezwa nje ngamagama obaba uzibanibani or umkhulu uzibanibani kodwa iphelele emoyeni singayithatheli indawo kodwa uma mhlambe kuza kuyinkonzo ekhulunywa ngazo zamaLuther kuze kwaziwa nonyaka ukuthi uma ama-missionaries afika eSouth Africa afike ngamuphi unyaka yipi inkonzo yokuqala eyafika eSouth Africa uma mhlambe sizawukolonizwa ngazo lezo inkonzo lezo kodwa mase kufika kwezethu sishaye nje indiva sibale nje phezulu singazibeki sizibalule ngendlela efanele ngiyacabanga ukuthi ihistory yethu thina sizwe sintsundu ngoba ngendlela ibekiwe ngakhona kwi-history uma beyichaza abaningi bathi phecelezi i-rich i-history e-rich kakhulu sinalento lokuthi owethu umlando esikhathini esiningi ubhalwa ngabanye abantu bangaphandle thina kube nzima ukuthi usubhale wethu umlando ufumana abantu abamhlophe kwesisikhathi ngendlela abakhuluma ngayo abanye bazi nokuthi isizwe sinjena kuze sisuke endaweni ethile siye kwenye indawo kwakwenzakalani sasuka kanjani kwaza kanjani sinamakhosi abakhona kwasekuqaleni ososhangane nezimpi mhlambe ezabakhona ezingabalulwa ngendlela efanele siyithola nje ngamanqosi ihistory yethu so besifisa ukuthi uma ngabe mhlambe kunjoba sinama academics uma sikhuluma lethi oral history iqokwe ngendlela yokuthi iyalandeleleka ngoba ngalendlela ihistory sixoxa ngakhona sibamba lapha nalapha ingabambeki ngendlela ukuthi chronologically iqale kanjani yahamba kanjani kuze kufikele la sikhona sibamba lapha nalapha ukuthi kwakhona isizwe sinje sasuka because sinezinye izizwe esizaziyo eAfrika endaweni esithile ukuthi khona la kukhulunywa khona isiZulu kodwa singazazi lezo zizwe ukuthi size kube nendawo la kukhulunywa khona isiZulu kwakwenzakalani siyezwa nje omzilikazi lokhujana eZimbabwe ukuthi kuze kube khona umzilikazi eZimbabwe kwakusukela kuphi kuya kuphi so yiyo le history efanele ukuthi siyiqokelele yonke ukuthi sihlanganise sazi sibe nolwazi ukuthi kuze kube nalokhu kusukele kuphi kwaya kuphi ngiyacabanga ukuthi okuncane nje bengihlanganisile ngoba ngize ngingahlelanga lotho ngenxa ukuthi ubaba umloyithe mayekhuluma sathi iGauteng asuzuhlaba sivela nje kuphela singasho lutho ngoba iGauteng ngathi yiyo ediverse ephethe wonke futhi zonke izizwe sinamapedi sinabezulu sinabatsonga sinawo wonke nje umhlobo eGauteng so i-diverse nezindlela nokuphila kwakhona kuhlukahlukene kodwa siyazama ukuthi si-adapte size sijwayele uma ucabanga kwesisikhathi uma mhlambe sikhuluma izilimi kunzima ukuthi thina sazi izilimi zabanye abantu esiphila nabo esizwe esintsundu kodwa ilimi esigcile kakhulu ilokhujana ilimi labantu abamhlophe ukuthi abantu abangabe mhlambe sithi masithula udaba balizwisise isizwe sakithi ngoba uma ngabhekana kakhulu kugcwele nje kuphela abantu abantsundu so uma sikhuluma ngaleyo ndlela leyo wena ukhululeke ngakhona iyakhona ukuthi ingene nakulaba abangalizwisisi kahle lelimi sinabantwana beyikole sifanele ukuthi sibakhuthazele ukuthi kunama memory box abafanele bawenze ukuze nabo bakhumbule ukuthi uzibanibani or umama wayekhona ubaba wayekhona kwesisikhathi sikhumbulana uma umuntu etshela ukuthi uzibani bani uzalwa uzibani bani abanye ababazi even abazali babo kodwa mawuthola i-memory box uyayikhona ukuhlanganisa ukuthi la uzibani wakwabe khona uzibani bani wayekhona so yiloko okuncane nje engingakusho ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much. That was our last messages of support. Can I just check? I was advised that there is a poet also amongst us, Gaddafi, the poet. Are you here? I would like to give you an opportunity to give us one or two items. Yeah, thank you very much. We can give them a round of applause, please.
Tobela. Lekai. Waloka. My name is Bitumelo Tevin Mainganya, also known as Gaddafi, the poet. I'm not alone today. I've got my band called Badira Moho. We are going to be telling our stories through what we call musical poetry.
Africa yolira
Sejo, Serareshu, Bogologolo, Raye, Maruping, Nakimo Africa. I am an African. I am an African. When dawn comes, a story of Africa would have already been told. Words will rise with the morning sun embracing the existence of human beings, enlightening Africans about Africa. People shall harvest fresh, fully fleshed fruits produced by God's creation. Men shall hunt and provide for their families, while women prepare meals for their children and teach them how to recite poetry in their mother tongue. Ke moshimane wa Polokwane ke tla go tlatsa ka tlhakatlhakantšha sefala ka go makatša ba go ntse ba ka mantšu ba re ke kotsi ke tladi ke tla go rata ke gotse magaeng ke diša dikgomo ke tsoga ka tee le molatša ke patša mašimo a matala gore le nna ke tle ke kgone go ikgantšha ke moswana noši o se ke wa nswantšha. Deep in the night, fire burning in the cycle of love, fire burning in the cycle of love, preaching indigenous knowledge to our children, breastfeeding a generation that speaks and dreams in their mother tongue. Identity lost, its meaning. Black men, who are you? Tradition and culture faded. Religion, on the other hand, it is manipulated. Beauty is paraded. Unity, harmony, and peace are overrated. My Africa is divided. Mother Nature, we need your guidance for your people. Survive on minorities' dependence. Reclaim your oneness and occupy your land. Let the skin enjoy the genes of the African sand. Let our bare hands work day in and day out, cultivating the beauty of our land. Let's unchain our minds by removing borders that separate us from our families and friends. The rain summoned by the Queen resembles tears that waters the seeds to feed those who are in need. We bleed and grieve for those that paved the way for us to see a united Africa living together in peace. United, we can mentor and breed a generation that leads, for tomorrow belongs to those that read. No one individual can achieve the African dream, because it takes the elders' wisdom and the youth's energy to realize and win the African dream. From Cape to Cairo, howling from the mountain top, commemorating the queens and the kings that pioneered the great Africa that we see. Karipula, Pula.
Wasali, hi, 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 manna waweta wasali, hi, hi, yeah. Provider, hey, shareholder. To the breeze.
Wena mamosadi wa mo Afrika yo a tshwere go thipa ka bogaleng mabogo a gagwe a lwe o sa le sesetsana o se maaka sa motho o legiteng dinku tša hlaba mogoši ka go thia kgoši ga dimagoši a hlaba megolokwane le kgono ke ikgantšha ka bonna le bonna bjaka ka ge o ile wa mpha monyetla go tšweletša le go phatlalatša peu ya popelo ya gago. He hit her head hard on the floor. Her heart paused as his strong muscled arms armed to wrinkle a brown face. My feet vibrates to an earthquake-like shakes. That was a soul and body back, mopping the tiled floor with fusion of blood diluted with tears. She screamed her heart out loudly, ornamenting the background melody intentionally played to distort his abusive deeds. She got used to the floor and befriended the patterns of the tie lines. She converses with the roof daily, glorifying his immoral endeavors. She no longer appreciates our compliments. The word love to her is an abbreviation of violence. Disdain overwhelmed her humble sentiments. She feels empty inside, dirty outside. In essence, she sees a walking corpse in herself. She covers her scars with a ring of lies, making up stories unconfronted face to face. Culture and religion blinded both victim and tyrant, dominating their sheep by having relations without a concern. A womanhood violated deeply to an extent that she will bleed heavily as it is fires and feels proud about how strong he is, bragging about how man enough he is. Her pride restricts her to walk away, believing that endurance is the only way to conquer the intense pain felt inside. She can't socialize with workers anymore. Fed up to the core, neglected support groups, women schemes because she believes she's doing it for her kids. Neighbors no longer gossip, kneeling on the palm of her floor, pleading with the Most High to deliver her from the emotional torture and physical agony. She has a no scar. She has a nose scar, a thigh scar, and a deep hole in her heart filled with anger and regret. She was abused by her mother tongue when she tried tongue twisting in the name of multilingualization, and she said, "Thixo ndiyabulela xa undiva xa ngigqiba ukuthandaza wonke amaxesha." A click of annoyance tickled my eardrums through a sweet sour voice that moves simultaneously with the rhythm that creates the beat which is an African beat, the beat which is nourished and nurtured through an African drum. I speak of ashiko drum, djembe drum, marimba drum. Ideologically speaking, there was in the beat that beat by beat. And one could say she's a professionalism of a lyricism through how she spits her euphemisms, trying to redress the imbalance of the past that black African women faces on their daily basis, walking around with their blue and black-eyed faces, claiming to protect their marriages. You see, I salute the real men, not by virtue of their six-pack, but when I see them, I still call them, Sir, Mr. or Menier. Not those who act like maniacs and douchebags by laying a hand on a very beautiful princess. Instead of making a lips and thigh sweat, you perform your low standard and underestimated acts and make an eye sweat.
Bareki Gaddafi. Lina Lewima. Gaddafi. Mufe matsoba na. Yeah, what a performance. All right, thank you very much. MEC, I'm now going to humbly ask you to come forward and introduce the Deputy Minister.
Tlagota mishi musibidi shiwal nanego ntate ke kane tloli tebele re ke dutile Deputy Minister mo a kwa Miriam Makeba a konopa mo Uomanya program director, tlogela ko shaiwe leo. Because whatever that song has got a special message. A song that was sung during those days by our mother Africa, me Miriam Makeba, one of our stalwart of the revolution who fought through music, who waged the struggle for liberation through music. The way Abeng Arata or Luaka music, those who know the history. That's Miriam Makeba. So you correct DM. I believe negena go better something more. Can only the skills because kia well, unfortunately, DJ is jealous. Anya go level no MEC was Sports Arts and Culture mo Limpopo. Uchaifa jwang. Gaddafi, that name is too big, my boy. Lina la Gaddafi is too big. Those who know who the real Gaddafi is attached to resilient, attached to revolutionary patriotism. It's a very big name, it's a very big brand. And you have displayed here or no real indoors. This is what you get when you arrive in Limpopo. This is what you get, original, African, when you arrive here in Limpopo. We used to say we are one of the most diverse provinces in terms of tribal groupings. But I can tell you, you can't see that because in action we are united. We have built a very strong social cohesion in the province because of this type of activities. Chabo Gaddafi. I remember Gibona Gaddafi a performer ko Makado, Nelly Library Day, Ugai director Winnie Mangotlo Nam. Same time Reki Gobaba Palamo DM, I directed Winnie Mangotlo. On occasions of this nature, I want to see them by a performer. And Winnie Mangotlo Ujeri directive. I'm happy. Get a performance bonus. Yes. So HOD, our some assessor Winnie Mangotlo no move performance bonus. Baganto Puling, Bagadi Fuking, Kitome Gabona, Deputy Chairperson Yarenaya, House of Traditional Leadership or Council in the province, Paata, Hoshiram Mupuru, Kurutamaga Yamshate Warena Wamukopani, Bauli Longwanafa, Ritia Bunyachi, Riali Reta, Relohono Tafa, Karuga Telejati, Pulelo Jerry Lofa, Kiri Pulelo Jerry Bulankalena, Boshi, the history of Africa, the history of South Africa, and different tribal groupings that existed from time immemorial. Keki acknowledge Maroshi, allow me to stand on the protocol that has already been adopted. It is an honor for me as the MEC Sports in Limpopo to come and give a short message of support but also to present to you the main speaker of the day. During this important gathering, the Oral History of South Africa Conference, where voices of the past meet the minds of the present to build the soul of the future. I'm inspired by the work done by archivists, oral historians, memory activists, educators, and cultural practitioners in preserving the lived experience of our people. Oral history is not just a storytelling. It is the preservation of identity. It is the preservation of memory. It is the preservation of dignity and truth. Re sa ile yona badimong, rena ba kgale, wa hlokagala gore the generation to come must know where we come from, and ke rena ba re tsebang this history ba o santse gore re record, because no any other person is going to do that. These conversations are more relevant than ever as we seek not only to document history, but to learn from it and to teach through it. Because once you learn from history, you will develop spirits of patriotism. You will be jealous of your country. You will make sure that in whatever space where you have been given an opportunity to lead, you will defend the country based on the history that you correctly know. Our country has got very serious challenges. It's a fact. I'm one person who say it as it is. We've got very, very serious challenges, and it is for us who knows the history, who must stand up and provide the necessary guidance under this type of challenges. Because it will collapse. Then everything, but everyone is for himself or herself. It is our responsibility, those who understand the history of our country, to stand up and correct the wrongs that are happening in the country. Because once we are all going to collapse. Allow me now to introduce a leader who continues to champion transformation and advancement of this sector. Someone who understands arts, culture, and heritage, that they are not luxuries, but they are necessities for the soul of the nation. She is a dedicated servant of the people, a voice for the artists, historians, and athletes alike, a passionate advocate for using sport, arts, and culture as tools of social cohesion, economic development, and nation building. She is a former member of parliament from 2009, and she served in a multiple portfolio committees as chairperson during those years. She led Public Service and Administration Portfolio Committee, people living with disabilities, monitoring and evaluation, a number of portfolio committees at the National Assembly. And after realizing her commitment, passion to lead society, the president decided to give her an extra responsibility. Currently, as I'm speaking, she is the Provincial Executive Committee member of the African National Congress in Gauteng and the Deputy Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture in the country. One beautiful woman with stature, me Pisma Veleta Mona Emelela or Gil Yellow Bone. Me Pisma Ver Hobela or Little Bolela Le Conference. Reale Boga. Can we stand up and give her a round of applause as she's coming here? Good.
Maseko, Ngamani wa mafu, Kubonye one glove, when Ndlovu ditla ekhaya. Esgangeni tiswele umelusi, Mguni wasebutleni, Mpembeli tlala kalokotwako, Mzazalukwane, Kamani. Are, mabe are. Ke moetapele yo a tšetšego ka pelo ya tirelo go tloga diphapošing tša dipalamente go fitlha godimo ga setšhaba o sepetše ka maikemišetšo mohuta le maemong a bophelo ka lerato le boineelo o etile tsela mo ditabeng tša setšo botaki gape le dipapadi boitlamo bja gago ye ntši ke lesedi le le tlhatlhago le phadima le tlhotlheletša botlhe bošegong bo bo fifetšego ke a leboga.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Me wa rona sign language interpreter ya rona ke khala emi mona o iti khosi o nkgalemetso ra ska tlhola bereka iti re etse gore every time a be le mothushi re go kwele khosi Honorable MEC Maseko, Executive Mayor of Capricorn District Councillor Tefu, I'm told that there are councillors here representing both the District Mayor and the Executive Mayor of Polokwane, Councillor Mama Bolo and Councillor Masoma. Traditional leaders present, Ntate Kgosi Ramupudu, Rahotamisha Khoshi, representatives of the Deputy Minister of Basic Education, Dr. Marepo, President of UHASA, Mr. Zulu, and members of the Executive Committee. I also wish to congratulate you on your elections. A very young and vibrant executive indeed. The future of historians looks very bright. Congratulations. Members of the National and Provincial Archive Councils, and thank you very much for the inspiring and challenging messages. We are indeed challenged and we are inspired by your messages of support. Thank you very much. Esteemed members of the Oral History Association of South Africa, distinguished delegates, historians, archivists, researchers, educators, and most importantly, learners. Ndate George Mashamba, our veteran, re a go tamisha and re a leboga gore o bo iphile sebaka o tle o tlo re gabodisa. It is both an honor and a profound privilege to address you at this significant occasion here in the proud and vibrant city of Polokwane, in the heart of Limpopo province. This province is a living tapestry of history, heritage, and humanity. From the ancient kingdom of Mapungubwe, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, to the living traditions of its diverse communities, Limpopo reminds us that Africa's past is not one of isolation, but of innovation, global connection, and enduring resilience. The golden rhinoceros and the Chinese porcelain unearthed at Mapungubwe stand as proof that long before colonialism, our ancestors built civilizations and traded with the world. In Musina, the archaeological evidence of advanced African metallurgical demonstrates the indignity and creativity and shaped African societies for centuries. Limpopo is also home to some of the oldest archaeological and paleontological sites, making it quite literally a cradle of humankind, the real cradle of humankind, not the one that is discovered and that cannot be attested for, but the history of Limpopo, it defines it as the real human origin. But it is not only ancient history that defines this province, it is also the more recent and still unfolding stories of struggle, resistance, and victory. The Makapanstad caves, for instance, are not just natural formations. They are sites of memory and resistance, echoing the defiance of our ancestors in the face of colonial invasion. Equally significant is the legacy of the University of Limpopo, once a product of apartheid's segregationist designs, but transformed into a beacon of intellectual defiance and political awakening. Too much of this history remains undocumented. It is our responsibility as custodians of memory to change that. 30 years down the line, with the technology that is there, Chairperson, we cannot continue to complain. We need action. This year's theme, oral history, untold, told stories, and living archives, pursuance of relentless struggles of human dignity, compels us to center the voices too often left out. The voices of women, of youth, of workers, of traditional leaders, and of rural people. Oral history challenges us to confront the silences in our records and to restore dignity through remembrance. In this spirit, we honor the remarkable victory of the Maraba tribe, who after decades of struggle reclaimed their ancestral land surrounding the Range Motel area. This land has been stolen through apartheid's policies of racial dispossession and special exclusion. Their victory is not only a triumph of land reform, it is a historical correction, a reclamation of dignity, and a reaffirmation of identity. Araba lebohishe. Alala Maraba tribe, alala. Victory indeed. The story of the Maraba is part of our collective memory. It reflects the ongoing struggle for justice and the gains achieved under democracy, particularly through the land reform initiatives led by the African National Congress. Their story was not carried by title deeds alone. It was carried by memory, oral testimonies, and the integrational storytelling that kept the truth alive when official records failed. Let us remember Land is not just about hectares. It is about home. It is about healing. It is especially vital in this time of transition and renewal under the 7th administration and the government of national unity that we elevate and protect our heritage. The GNU remarks a new chapter in our democratic journey, a chapter rooted in collaboration, inclusivity, and restoring the people's trust. In such a moment, oral history becomes not just a method, but a national imperative. It helps us to build through truth. It connects generations through shared memories. It teaches us how to listen. Our oral history is not new to us. Long before books and archives were preserved, knowledge in drum beats, in praise, in poetry, in proverbs and storytelling. As Professor Credo Mutwa once said, when an old man dies, a library bends to the ground. That is the agency we face. In the darkest years of apartheid, history was used as a weapon to silence and erase. But our people held fast memory around fires, in kitchens, in churches, and in classrooms. They passed on stories of pain, but also of love, of resilience and liberation. As President Nelson Mandela once reminded us that we must never forget that it is our duty to remember the untold stories of the many ordinary men and women who gave so much for our freedom. Since 1994, the oral history movement, driven by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture and OHASA, has created platforms for these voices to be heard and archived. Through storytelling, we affirm identity, we offer healing, and transform memory to legacy. Why does oral history matter? It matters because in a country where official histories once excluded the majority, oral history restores balance. It challenges the gatekeepers of memory and it brings justice to the archives. We are here to write those stories. We are here to recall and to record that history in our own voices and with our own truth. Let us acknowledge the important work being done through the roads to independence. African Liberation Heritage Program, supported by the African Union and UNESCO. In December 2024, the government of South Africa and Angola signed a memorandum of understanding to support the repatriation of human remains, the refurbishment of the Mzana site at Vienna Transit Camp, and the development of a Liberation Heritage exhibition. These efforts are enriched by oral histories from former Umkhonto weSizwe members trained in Angola. Their lived experiences are not only heroic, but historically indispensable. To OHASA, your leadership in training young researchers, promoting ethical practices and bridging academic and community-based history is very vital. We must support the growth of provincial oral history chapters and expand our reach. As we open this important gathering, let us recommit ourselves to empower learners and communities, to expand access to oral history tools and platforms, to amplify the voices of the marginalized, and to ensure our archives reflect not only the past, but the lived realities of today. Let us teach not just history, but how to remember. Let us ensure that learners are not just observers, but active agents in preserving our national story. To every educator, parent, community leader, historian, and archivist, oral history must live in our classrooms, our homes, and our public discourse. To the young learners present, you give us hope. You are the future custodians of our memory. Your passion proves that history is not dead, it's alive, and it walks with us. To all speakers and presenters, thank you for your contributions. Your scholarships and commitment are essential to building a just, inclusive, and dynamic archive. It is now my honor and privilege to declare the 22nd National Annual Oral History Conference of 2025 officially launched and open. Pula! Pula! Program Director, with your permission, I want to also acknowledge the CEO of Mejane, the CEO of Freedom Park. My humble apologies, because I'll recognize her in the beginning. Pula!
Bushabi, we are litwanela. Tobela batho ka moka o ayemi mobile ke nolia thapelo malema. Stolo sa ditong, stolo sa ga malema. Ke ba ga malema chipi ya bokhalaka. Chipi e tswang boreleng. Ammanaka tja bomolepa ammatata mmahubela. Bare molepa o te thabeng ya elete. Tipano ke tipa ya bua monenetjo semono ke sa bomma ditenana ke batho ba bontsha upa le mosetla ngwana mohuma ka tsela ke ngwana bo mogadi le tepa go lema go ja go phala le bashumi ba re mohlang go tjiwa re tla katolosha o palela hlakoleng le mo o se be go le mao ke kae le ba gona ke bana ba go boya thabeng ya monyamane ga bosekwana nna ka sereto ke molepa ke a lepelela ke shia badite
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I would like to invite Councillor Jerry Mamabulo also to join us on the stage, as well as Councillor Masura to also join us on the stage. And if I may, Khoshiram Mupudu, also if you can join us on the stage. And then Ndate George Mashamba, ne re kgopela le batamele mo staging. And then ne ke kgopela gape Basebukhosini Monye wa Semletlane Mokopane Traditional Council. El ka re fa motho o motee le ena a tle mo stageng. A ke tsebe ka sekgagapeng o gona monye wa se sekgagapeng lo a ka takala ke pele. Na ya ka nota ka khona. Semandrebele sihlalibisi ke mforoko. Le Ndebele a le sumele mala. La sumela mala le afa. Yeah. So I'm going to invite Prof. Mukhwachana just to hand out tokens of appreciation. Prof.
Dumela Magareshu. Ke dumesha ba Ntlopuleng ka moka na wasemshati wase Mgombane le lena makgotla phetiši le moetapele wa rena e le go motlatša tona le lena ka moka ba ke tseba go difatlhego tša lena ke le tamišitše Makebe CEO ke tlo le fa dipuku tše di taba ya gona ke ya bošego bja lekgono a ke re dilo tšea ba go lekadi ba tseba re le kgalase ya dipolelo taba ya gona ke ya bošego bja lekgono re ka se bolele kudu mara be ke duma gore ke be ke dumile gore ge be go na nako re bangwadi ba yona ba eme ka maoto mara ke a bona gore go bothatanyana le bošego tlo ba bothata ka gore ga o ba emiša ka maoto ka nako dijo di tla be di eme mo ke kgopela Ntate Professor Twala, CM Twala, Chicha Twala is somewhere at the back. Is he outside? All right, Vama Tomo Gatoma mo staging. Professor Landman, Christina Landman, Dr. Koki Archery, then myself, Dr. Tsimani, Radukubo, not Radukobo, Radukubo, Tsimani, Mener Comperse, Kialebo, Kinale, okay, Professor Twala, Willie, Dade Pori, Dr. Pori, Professor Munyaradzi Mushonga, Mushonga Gaslare, Muriana, Kishilema, Advocate Kukara, it's not here, Professor Farelo Machize, Kilevadi, Rebushore Bolela. Ba re ke senya nako ya dijo le tsebo re ke le badi le bana beso ke leboga thekgo le mphelego yona e be seleto le bonolo e be le go thatanyana nako ngwe be re tomolelana mahlo ke founa ga rampa bošego le nagana gore go ra gore a ke tsebo gore bošego re riang ge o founa bošego ba re o palela ke tša gagwe jalo o tla go rena Madebele sa leboga ke re o fanele nsomale nnete pas ge nka se bolele nnete ba tlatla ba re o hwile le yona ke tlo le fa pukue e tswa go diatleng tša go hasa gore ke mathomo mayo ga se tsela le nnete ke mathomo mayo se ka la fitlha kwa la e tswalela la re bo Mokgwatjana ba boletša go sa bolela motho ke o thoma kae ka semšate gape re thoma ka mešate a re bolele nnete ke ka Mokopane ola kwa o fe mošate
Honorable people, I wish to present you with the conference proceedings of last year. It contains the academic papers given at the conference last year, and they have been peer-reviewed, and they are accredited by the Department of Higher Education. And it shows the level of the academic work that has been done here last year during this conference.
Thank you. I love your dress. Let's pose for the camera. Thank you.
Thanks very much, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to hand over copies of either volume 6, 7, or 8 to our guests in front. Let's give them a round of applause as they receive these books.
Thank you very much, Mr. DJ. Let me just also take this opportunity to thank our leadership for the guidance that they are giving us. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I would like to call Councillor Jerry Mamabolo just to close this session. And then we are going to take a 10 minutes break, and then we'll come back. We are not closing the event, but just to give ears. Thank you very much.
Ke a leboga motsamaiši wa modiro Mr. Kekana, on behalf of the city of Polokwane, let me greet the Honorable Deputy Minister, the MEC for Sports, Arts and Culture, Ntate Maseko. Ke tsene ka mafateng a matelele ke re leleme la ka serelele boreledi ka lelema ka tsena mošate ke bina ka otolete ke binela koša go tlhoka motlhabeletši ke be ke re ruring ke tša mošate de ganiwa nang ke re tšhelela magono le šokotšo gore yalo ke re phya di ata mošate. Ge ke šetše ke inolotše ka sekgalaka ke bolela segagešo titi re lefa Polokwane ga bo Maraba Sekwala, Polokwane ga bo Nkakati ngwaninyana a diroko, re fa morerong o wa letšatši la lekgonu ke emetše go tla go leboga batšeakarolo ka moka bao ba emego fa ba buledišana le rena. Mo presidente wa rena o a lego gona fa re a go leboga go file mantšu a gore amogela mara ke leboge gape khansela Masoga legatong la Meya Tefo ge a re amogetše fa tulong ye. As I've already thanked the president, I will not thank you one by one, those who came on this podium to give messages of support, but it suffices on behalf of the city of Stars, the city of Polokwane, to appreciate and thank the Deputy Minister for coming here and presenting polelo ya letšatši. The Honorable Peace Mabe, we appreciate that you came to Polokwane to talk to us as a custodian of arts and culture in South Africa. We appreciate and we will take your message to our wards, to our villages, and make sure that it cuts across and gets home where it is supposed to be. Minister Rabialo, I want to thank each and every one of you, and also to thank OHSA for choosing Polokwane municipality as their destination of choice. We believe that when we continue to preserve ge re tšwela pele go šireletša maleme a borena, re tšwela pele go šireletša dinonwane tše be re di humana go tšwa go bo magolokhukhu ba rena, ke ge re tla ba re tšea teu re ifošetša go ba baswa bjale ka ge le mpona le nna gore ke sa le o monanana, re tšea ditaba tše ka maatla, re di tšea ka bokgware bjo e le gore di filwe ka bjona, mme re tla tsamaya le tšona. Ke rata rata go leboga the artist tša rena bao ba re tšwetšego pele gore fa tša botaki ka bogware le botswerere ke kgopela re ba betheleng matsogo. Gaddafi the poet wa ba wa nkgopotša Mokgalabe ka gore le nna ke o mongwe wa the artist wa nkgopotša fao ke tšwago gona kua ga Mamabolo a Solwana sa Mmatala di sekgopa banna matolo phoofolo tša mesela ba rego ba ga Mamabolo re alla se buduša ka letšatši mola bangwe ba buduša ka pula ke re na ba bommatsopo mologadi ba re sefolofolo ga thaba pela tša thaba di a ota ge e tša fase di itea mphoka ke tabela Ramokgopa le Pulane sekokotela ka tšotša legware mathaka ile di golwa ke mokwena mokamoketše kwena moroka metsi a pula motheane mothalebeta sila go fenywa gore yalo motsamaiši wa modiro ntumelele ke leboge babina diphoofolo ka moka tša bokubu le bokwena tša go akalala lefaufaung bokanong diphoofolo ka moka gore yalo ke re phya diata ke a le leboga legatong la pušo selegae ya Polokwane yeo e etilego pele ke Mera Phetiši Councillor Mosema Makoro John Mpe o re pula e le nele ka moka ga lena ke boe ke re malaedi ka laela kgale ka tšeapata ka sepela ka ekela gae bolobedi bolobathaga ga bo metsi mašwana metsi mafologa thaba ka diphororo ke ile ta dira thaboele marung ge e tša fase o di bone go rata motho a se go thwa godimo ga ona magagešo.
I would have liked us to break for tea, but I've got 10 learners here that were trained over the holidays on oral history methodology, and I wanted the Deputy Minister or the MEC to give them their medals. But now our principals are not here, they're taking interviews. All right, so maybe I can, in the meantime, just call the learners or the performance here. Let's get Gaddafi. Maybe you can give us an item. Maybe one of the principals will come back. Aramufe.
One, two. So the Deputy Minister said that in the midst of telling our own stories, let it not just be stories of pain and only stories of hunger, poverty, and all those, but we also need to tell our own stories of love. And we're going to render one piece about love. I believe in love myself, and I hope everybody believes in love. Yes. I'm going to allow my band to take it up high. Let's go.
Liteli tambama njengomkhanya wejwayelo Kantandi buzanga umakhanyi ukupina Liteli tambama njengomkhanya wejwayelo Kantandi buzanga umakhanyi ukupina
You are my perfect painted picture, beautiful creature. But first, let me thank the above creator for gracing and blessing you with the most awesome body features. Mind of a goddess, walk and talk like an African princess. But I resisted and insisted, knowing that somewhere in the world lies a beautiful lioness, tamed to become the most sweetest, honey nested and hidden between the mountains of Jesutu, Kwatuma, Kwantuba, Mashai, Mafadi, Chaka, di Homo, di Rana, Rubuela, Shaking. Uniquely made when I Lidi, homemade yellow bones. You see, I silently glanced at your beauty, giving it my all like a soldier on duty. Ironically, my eyes were glued at her, but kept a low profile, avoiding to be called a duty. Don't get me wrong, yeah, all I'm a Christian, but I think for that one, Gizodinga Umuti. Within a blink of an eye, one choir bench she said hi. Puti ubenga gu putko again the suti njengo ntate muruti. I took a deep breath accompanied by a deep sigh before I could say hi. And believe me when I say I wanted to lie about who I was, I mean was the first, it's a norm to me. Enjoy look bashaya ngepom tsotsi. On that day I got lost in a moment to had few pickup lines to impress. I ended up saying I was a poet and I was gonna write her a sonnet. But man, that's work. Ma'am, can I just be your doormat and you become my princess? You see, my question became rhetoric as she stared at me with her bedroom eyes complimented by her yellow shimmering thighs. And I had no choice but to swallow my pride if I really wanted to make her my wife, because that girl is nothing normal, nothing typical, a sense of humor so supernatural, a dress code so royal. Gikuluma lana madoda ngesiphala phala sentombi, indoni yamanzi dudlu ntombi, ongena basket uyangena market nongena nkombo, uyayidla inyama oyithengile akakayihlabi, oyihlabile akakayiwose, uwosile akakayidli ngoba idlile udla icala usimundi yanto tontombi yasemakhaya. Only if you can give me a chance to take you out, maybe downtown Polokwani's house, and the rest shall be negotiated with the cows, blessed by the priest, us and our true vows. Osemata tasamupedi ngwana wa leleme la boreledi, o gadimabelwa kana ledi se bone to la boreledi, teng ya gago o tletse lerato la go se fele ga itšedi, o ntlhakantsha bjasha ntumelle ke gopele sego sa metsi, o nshikinya maikutlo masebotsana wa go rata thuto se ba bolasa matsogo a boruto la rena lerato le thegile ka phološo. Ke tla go lwela ka tsotlhe thapelo le lerumo, ka go nyala semmušo, ka go šireletša ka mafoko, se mona ne isa diikoti marameng, ke a gwa ke a ikepela ke re ntshwareng ye garebe ke bontšitšwe thabeng, ke kopa ke leya ke lebile lapeng, ke re matswele a ke leng kamogeleng ke ntšheng sa mafatlheng, a ke gane ke lumile ke mmutla, lerato la ka go wena le a fiša le a dutla, ke fepa sa borala ka tsebisa setšhaba le magotla gore Ramasedi o be a iketlile ge a be a go bopa.
Tanubonga mama, tanubonga mama, iya tanubonga mama, yeah.
Dango, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Or you want some more? Okay, I'm gonna do this one without the band, yeah? This one is titled Matters of the Heart. It's about albinism. One of the things that I advocate for is for persons with disabilities and inclusivity and accessibility in the country. And in my writing, one of the books that I published last year is titled Festival of Ideas. It's wherein I share most of my work and some of the, activations and advocacy that I do through poetry. I am very black that you cannot see my dark skin with your naked eyes. I'm very black that you cannot see my dark skin with your naked eyes. I am very black that you cannot see my dark skin with your naked eyes. I'm very black that you cannot see my dark skin with your naked eyes. It is hard to be me living under the skin condition. My upbringing was rooted and embedded by uninformed myths, escalating within the societal bliss, doing as they please and wish, forgetting that I'm a human being. I got distantist, which really dismantled my self-esteem, and ever since I've never had peace. Put yourself in my shoes and wonder how you would have coped being called a thing. You see, rich kids believed I was a product of a witch, having to live and mingle with something they've never seen. Do you blame them? Well, I don't. Even old people still believe the very same thing. You find mothers in the streets turning around and say sis and spits on their chest, avoiding to give birth to white kids. It is painful to see more and more people living with albinism being treated like trash, as if you don't belong to the Mother Earth. But I, like a struggle soldier, tie my boots so tight because the journey has not started yet. I will fight them till the end because I don't mind being in a prison cell if that's the price I've got to pay for my self-worth. You see, I value myself. I value myself because I was not far-fetched. My mother gave birth. Do I have to face killings and death? Well, I blame the educational system for failing to teach the kids about albinism. They left the matter unattended and neglected, watering the seeds of racism and the roots of prejudice. Mentally, I'm schizophrenic, heart-toned and so lost as I wrote this. My lips and eyes are dry, craving for peace within communities because they say, united we stand, divided we fall. But how do I unite knowing that somewhere in Tanzania I've got a price tag? I raise my fist for young and old heroes and heroines slaughtered for ancestral works because they never cared. The government turned a blind eye, providing their families with black body bags, but I carry the burden on my back, calling upon for societal help to help reduce more suicidal cases. Because they preach social inclusivity. They preach social inclusivity within their communities, proving the fact that I'm not integrated within their society. Define the word albino as an animal in their dictionaries, placing a permanent mindset about my sense of being in the minds of intellectuals, dignitaries. What's left is for all the secretaries to note down the word and deliver it to their higher authorities, because life is hard. Matters of the heart, praying for cageless lives, and I've been working hard. See, I'm very black that you cannot see my dark skin with your naked eyes. I'm very black that you cannot see my dark skin with your naked eyes.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Kaho Sebetlela. I'm here for the announcement. The lunch is ready at 12:30 until 1:30. You are expected back in the venue at 1:30. One other thing, there are exhibitors on my far right. Before you go home, just go and explore the exhibition. So one other thing, the bead workers are here only for today. Then the others will be here through the week. So before you go, you can just go and explore. And you are requested not to leave as yet, because there's still another item after this. Thank you.